What's up, everybody? So we're back. We're gonna make a video on Killing Floor 2 today. Did I just say Killing? I mean Killing Floor 3. We are not doing Killing Floor 2. We're doing Killing Floor 3. So in this mode, what we're doing is we're gonna be using knife only. I've done this on Killing Floor 2, and I actually managed to do it on Hell on Earth, knife only, no armor, no anything else, no trader pods, just purely using the knife. I'm going to have to work my way up on Killing Floor 3, just started it, getting used to it. I tried Hell on Earth to do this. With the syringe system, I wasn't even able to get past the first wave, so I'm going to have to work on it. So I thought I'd try out and start on normal, and we'll build ourselves up. We'll go to hard next, and then we'll keep on trying on Hell on Earth. With the syringe system, I'm not sure if it's going to be possible unless they change it later on. I'm going to try it with medic though. I was using ninja. As you can see, medic will be able to heal a couple more times. If that can get me through the first wave, I should be okay. So basics of this is we are only allowed to use the knife as a weapon. We are allowed to use the special. We are allowed to use ammo. So yeah, this is kind of it. We're going to go through it. I'll let you watch, and I'm going to also talk about my opinions on Killing Floor 3 so far. I've played quite a few hours on it, quite a lot of games. Got ninja to 12 so far, medic to 12. I've played them all, got all the characters up a little bit, but yeah, just basically up to that, about that level. I didn't want to spend too much more than that, simply because it's going to go away tomorrow and I'd have wasted my time. Initial thoughts are loaded into the game. I was disgusted with it. I couldn't even play it. I thought this was horrible. Worst thing that's ever happened. I'm never going to touch this game. I played Ninja I played Firebug, and I was so mad about the flames just didn't seem to do much when you shoot it on the floor. It didn't really seem to damage them. I just wasn't happy with the Firebug that I was used to from Killing Floor 2. First guns that you use, you're just shooting. It seemed to take forever to even get a weapon that was like would shoot fire like a flamethrower, right? You know, that's what you want when you do Firebug. So yeah, I was very disappointed in that stuff, so I kind of stopped playing, and I kind of took a break for a little bit. It's only been out for like 4 days or so, but anyway, come Friday night, I did turn it back on again and play Ninja, and I started realizing a little bit more about the customization that you can do in it, that you can create your weapons, add stuff to them, mod them, load in with them. From the get-go, you have like a budget that you can use to use weapons from wave 1 straight out the gate. So it starts out kind of low, and as you level up, you get more of a budget. You're able to bring in some of those better weapons, and now my ninja, he loads in with an electrified like sword that absolutely destroys stuff, and it's really fun to go around with that. Now I think I was struggling on normal mode, and as you can see, that's crazy that I was struggling on normal mode when now I'm doing it with a knife only. And yeah, I'm going to trader pods and stuff, but yeah, it's the initial opinion of it was very bad. Then I started to, with that leveling up system and with the perk system, started to kind of like it a little more. I'm not a fan of a lot of things. I've got a lot of complaints. I will say though, as a game, it's pretty good. It's addicting. I can see myself wanting to max level all these characters, play through Hell on Earth, beat the levels on that, and win. And I mean that's the basics of addiction, right? However, is it Killing Floor? It just lacks a certain charm that we've seen in Killing Floor. Number one, the voice lines are just written by AI. I swear to God, they're the worst, most basic voice lines you can ever see. Don't move around too much. I might cut an interior vein. I mean, we're making an incision here and here. Yeah, not quirky, not good. They're just like, I don't know who came up with these, but Killing Floor has pages upon pages of quotes. This is what it makes Killing Floor. You're playing it and they're just saying stupid stuff. I mean, mind the gap as you board the money train, as you're shooting money out. You can't beat it. That kind of shit is what Killing Floor is all about. Welding a door tighter than a duck's ass. You just don't get that in this. You just do not get those quirky lines that are just hilarious as you're playing, that makes you love the game. It's gone. So that's kind of that ruins it a little bit for me. I don't enjoy it as much. As far as the gameplay, it's the same thing, right? It's waves of Zeds. They're upgraded, they're new, they're interesting. Do different things. The Scrake can pull you towards them. They're pretty scary to be in the line of sight of the Scrake, as well as now watching out for the Husk. You're watching out that he's not going to grab you. So a lot of different good things added to it like that you can have fun as a game. A couple of big things, as you'll see with this challenge, that's going to be quite a problem. You'll see me going here now to get some syringes packs and to put them down. And this is just a bit silly in my mind, unnecessary. So you can only use 3 syringes per round, then you have to buy them again to use those 3. You can buy these packs which you can lay around. So essentially you can still get the same, like almost endless, at least enough that you're going to need syringes, but you just got to buy the packs and put them down. It's pointless. It adds an unnecessary step. You're running along, you got to stop, push the square button to pick up the syringe, and it's just a little frustrating. It's just a little bit annoying, and it's annoying enough that I think it's just something they got to revert. I mean, it's beta, they can still go back on some of these things, and that is definitely one of the things that I think they should go back on. Everyone's pretty upset about the classes. I at first was thinking they was being a little bit of silly gooses. Like, I didn't think it mattered that they had the classes the way they were. In hindsight, I think that's something they could still go back on, because it's just like a bit of a fuck you to the fans. You know, they're not able to play all the they've always been able to play the perks, and what's the difference, right? You pick a character you like, then pick the perk that they're going to play. It's very simple. You're making it worse by not doing that. I don't know, I mean, I can't tell how difficult that would be to change at this point in the game. But when you look at it this way, that's the biggest complaint 90% of the Killing Floor fan base has, right? You've got some percentage that they're happy about the game the way it is. They're fine to take it. They're willing to play. I'm willing to play. I will play this game. It's decent enough for me to play as a game. Is it as fun as Killing Floor? Maybe not so much. Anyway, you got that 90% of the fan base all in agreement about it, right? So they're really not going to want to play this game, especially they've not been impressed by the beta. It's been a bit of a flop unanimously. Anyone who likes it cannot disagree that it's been a flop, in that the general consensus is that they hate it and they're not going to play it. So you're charging $40 for this game. Fans, 90% of them are not buying it, right? So people from the outside coming in, they're used to, and I mean, the only ones that would appeal to would be these hero shooter kind of people. They're used to getting their games for free. They're not used to paying for their games. $40 for this it's not going to work. It's not going to happen. I don't see it anyway. I see it being a really big flop if they don't either make that change or make this free to play. And you're buying your cosmetics, they get their money from that. I mean, the price to me, it's not right. It's $40. If I think every single Killing Floor fan would be happy to pay for it if it was what they wanted. It's not what they wanted, so I think it's not going to be a success. It's going to be dead within a few weeks unless they do something drastic such as that to get the fan base on board, right? They do not want to have the hero selections. They want to be able to choose the character and then pick their perks, and it's such a basic thing, and I don't know why they didn't go back on this when they had, that was me coughing. Oh my god, when they had the like the feedback from this. They got so much feedback about this early on, and I can't believe they didn't go back on it. But it is what it is, right? I'm fine with it. It doesn't matter too much, but I can see where it's annoying, right? You want to play a certain character, you want to get the cosmetics for that character, but you don't want to play, like, if you, for instance, if let's say you're a girl wanting to play a girl character, and the only girl character right now is Firebug, and you hate Firebug, so you don't want to play some freaking old guy with a beard or anything like that. You know, that's not what they might want to use, and then now they're stuck using that character. And it does make a difference. People pay money for how they look in a game. They don't want to look bad, they want to look good, and if they're not able to do that, they're not liking. You're losing a lot of the fan base based off of that. And similarly, that's a word. Can we just make that a word? Similarly. Anyway, what am I trying to say? Who cares? Anyway, in the same regard, if you're a guy and you love Firebug, you might not want to play a female character. I mean, I know that takes that's a little bit pathetic, but people who don't, they want to play a big strong guy or something, and they don't want to be running around as a woman, and they got to now if they want to play Firebug. So now their perk, that maybe their favorite perk, is locked behind something, someone that they have no interest in playing. They have no interest in getting cosmetics on, and it's bothersome to them, right? I just see it unnecessary in Killing Floor. Killing Floor has never been about that. You've always been able to pick your character, then your perk as well. So I'm backtracking. I was against people saying crying about the hero shooter kind of style. I'm going back on that a little bit now and saying that I think that they should seriously think about it, and it can be a success if they do. I think the fans would appreciate it, and they might come to it knowing that's the case. The syringes, as you can see, that's another big thing I think that they need to go back on. Yeah, other than that, I've been really enjoying it, enjoying the leveling up system's perfect. Everyone's agreement on that. They love the leveling up system. Bugs I'm not going to worry about. This is beta. There's been a couple of bugs with the crawler boss. There was one where she would come out the ground, spew out her little babies, and then when she emerged, she would like vanish within 2 seconds. So we had to spend like 45 minutes just getting like a second of shooting her and just taking a tiny bit of health and then waiting for her to re-emerge. Different things like that. Zed still gets stuck in walls. That's happened a few times. I was able to get them out, luckily, but it took a lot of effort on my part to do that. It was actually around here. When I go up here, they were stuck behind this wall here. So I actually ziplined. I ziplined. They should call it zipline. I ziplined down to that end, and it kind of got them out of there, but took a little bit of figuring out to get them out of there. And then I had to run because it was a flesh bound, so it's kind of a bit of a nuisance. Yeah, really, I'm liking medic. However, the medic weapon. So when you first get into medic, something you should know is you're not going to start out with healing guns. You're going to have a healing pistol, which is decent enough to get by for the first wave, no problem. Then you buy your next weapon, or your main weapon does not have healing darts. That can be a bit frustrating when you first start playing. When I first played my wave of medic, my first game of medic, sorry, I was looking at it like, what the hell am I doing? How am I a medic? I can't heal anybody. And then you finally get a medic gun at the end, the fourth weapon, and it to get the healing darts, you have to damage Zeds. It's just disaster. It's not a good weapon. It's not decent. I did then realize that the upgraded weapons that you can buy from the store, right there, they actually have the healing darts on them. So after wave 1, you would buy the first weapon, just the third iteration of it, to get the one that has the healing dart in it. Sorry for my coughing. Just getting over pneumonia. But yeah, so you get the healing darts by doing that. You can also then, after you get out of the game, go mod the guns, and you can add the healing darts so that you can buy the gun straight away as you get into the game. So you can have it from wave 1 with the healing dart. And you can add grenade launchers onto those. Now with my medic, I find I've done hard mode. I haven't done hell on earth with it yet. I haven't found a full team there. I always seem to go in there by myself. But with the full team on hard mode, I was just too powerful. It was way too much healing. I would basically have my healing darts on this gun that you see here. I would then have the grenade launcher that would shoot the grenades, and then you have your special power. So you'd make the dome. I put down a bunch of syringes in one area, made the dome around them. Everyone could pick those up while they got all healed up, and then I'd use grenades when flesh bounds came, so on and so forth. And it was more healing than I needed. I don't know what it's like on Hell on Earth. Sorry, I had a cough there. I don't know what it's like on Hell on Earth to be a medic in a full team. I would have loved to try that out. I don't think I'm going to get that opportunity now. We've got a couple of hours until it closes. So we're on the final wave here. Talking about this a little bit, my kind of goal with doing this is using the medic. I think that's the best option. I tried Ninja. It was okay, but you lack so much healing. It's like they hate healing in this game. I don't know what they're opposed to on it, but it's another thing I hope they reconsider a lot of their healing, that you want to be able to heal decently. You want to be able to do that. You don't want to piss around with healing. Any game, even you look at Marvel Rivals, healing is so easy to do to people. It's not the healing that's hard, it's making the enemies like so many enemies, making it tough to survive, different things like that. You don't want the tough survival being that you can't shoot and heal people. So I think that's really kind of the gist of what I saw with Medic. Other than that, yeah, I'm enjoying Medic at the most. I use Ninja. I love Ninja. It's like the special ability. You have a grappling hook. You basically run around the map, get a ton of Zeds together, grapple at them, and then you just explode them all. It's just so satisfying. It's so fun to play. It's so fast paced as a ninja. You're just plowing through enemies. However, you only get those 3 syringes, so that's where it gets a little bit kind of like it's just unnecessary difficulty. That no, like people want difficulty, right? They want the Zeds to be tough. I would rather they make it to where you had to hit Zeds, get headshots, or do something to even hurt the Zeds. But to make it where you can't heal yourself, it's just a frustration. It's a frustration part. I hope they definitely go back on that. I'm trying to think of something else I would have heard of people's complaints, but really that's about it to me. And as you can see, I've been playing the crap out of it, so I'm definitely having fun. I mean, I'm already doing challenges. When I first played normal, I was having a hard time, honestly. And now I look at it like, how did I have a hard time on this? I'm destroying it with a knife only. So we've got the flesh bound here, especially with the his healing ability. I think if I did it again on normal, I would take away the ability to use armor and the ability to use your special, so that I would only be able to use the syringes. I'm not going to do it where you can't put the syringe packs around. I think that you should have as many syringes as you want. That's the core gameplay in Killing Floor, is being able to run around and do as you want. Yeah, so I'm going to really just kind of end my commentary here. I don't get to play this anymore now. It's about to be off as of 11 AM today. It's past 12 o'clock, so it's today. So yeah, I will definitely be looking to get this game. I know people are not going to be happy to hear that, because everyone doesn't want you to pay for something that they're not happy about, but right now, as it is, it's a game I would play, right? It's a game I would have fun leveling up, and that's all I'm going to see it as. I do definitely want some changes, and I don't know whether they're going to do them. But I've played Killing Floor 1, I've played Killing Floor 2. I do intend to play this one. Just not as happy with it as I could be, right? I really hope they make some better voice lines. Mr. Foster literally went down and he was like, "Can you get me up? I was about brown bread." And he's just like such a dull person. He's not a dull person. He's the funniest quote guy ever. You know, he's just that guy that just says the stupidest stuff, the most obscene stuff. It gets you to laugh though. So it's a big change from his character. I don't know why they did not put some effort into that, and it definitely shows the effort on the voice lines is literally typing into an AI generator good voice line and hoping that something good comes out, which it didn't. There's not a single good voice line. There is a funny story though. Oh dear, sorry, I'm coughing again. It's terrible. But anyway, me and my wife was playing this, sorry, and we was talking about how bad the voice lines are. She was playing Firebug at the time, and I was just ripping on the voice lines that these people are so bland. They're the blandest people ever. Well, she opens a door, and there's a freaking husk behind it, and he shoots, and I go, Jesus! And then literally a second later, the Firebug goes, Jesus! Exactly the same way I said it. It was just that we looked at each other and started cracking up because I'm like, am I bland? I guess I'm a bland person. I say bland voice lines. But I shouldn't be the person making voice lines, right? So if they're saying stuff that I would say, I would think that's pretty bland. I don't think it's bland when it's stuff that you just would not say. That's just like in an event, and I feel like that's a problem with their voice lines that they have, is that they say stuff that you would say, right? You might say, let's see what he says, you know, you're like cutting someone and he's saying a well-planned incision is a vital step in any procedure. I mean, yeah, okay dude, okay, this procedure may produce complications. Yeah, I guess that's right, you know, whatever dude, whatever. I mean, just such basic, so basic. And I know it's such a weird gripe to have, but it's what I loved on Killing Floor. We're going to complain about the things that we've loved that are no longer there, right? It's I hate it when people are like, oh, if you don't like it, don't play the game. That's no. People have dedicated just years of their life to playing Killing Floor 1 and 2. Absolute years. They're huge fans. They love something so much. They are absolutely in love with the series, and then when it comes out and it's completely changed, they're gonna not like these things, and they are entitled to be upset about it. To say that they need to shut up is just obscene to me. I feel like these people who are complaining about the fans complaining are the ones that kind of need to back down a little bit and let them have their space, because you can't just tell somebody, oh, you're being ridiculous, if they truly don't think it's Killing Floor. There's a reason for that. I was there during Killing Floor 2. I played Killing Floor 1 when it was first out, and I mean, me and my friends just played the absolute crap out of that game. When Killing Floor 2 came out, I didn't want anything to do with it. Nope, it's not Killing Floor 1. Not doing it. It's not Killing Floor 1. Eventually I started playing Killing Floor 2 and I fell in love with it. Will that be the same with Killing Floor 3? Maybe. However, the difference is there's those core things that I do think need to be changed, because while I'm already addicted to playing this game and I'm playing it like crazy, I would really like it to be Killing Floor. I don't want it just to be another game I'm playing that I don't consider to be Killing Floor. I want those really good things that make it just that. I do want this looping back. Sorry. And again, I'm coughing. I do want the looping back in the sense of being able to use syringes at your own accord. In Killing Floor 2, I'm able to do Hell on Earth knife only, due to be able to use the syringes whenever I want. Make a syringe mode, like a fucking ultra difficult mode that you can only do that. That's fine, but not in the core game. Same with some. Sorry. Man, you think I'll just take this stuff out where I'm dying of coughing, but whatever, man. Nobody made it this far. Nobody made it this far, so I'm just going to continue yapping away. But yeah, and the other thing that I hope they revert is just putting healing darts on every medic gun. I mean, or at least hitting darts or grenades. It's common sense. Come on. I know you can upgrade, but let's not take something basic and make people have to work that hard to get it. So we'll see. Yeah, but this boss is actually my favourite boss out of all the 3 bosses. Very kind of interesting one. Fast-paced, hard to get away from sometimes. Teleports around, shoots out some tree limbs or something. I don't know what they are, but it's interesting. The other 2 bosses, one is the Queen Ant. She kind of is a queen crawler. She's a big crawler that gives birth to crawlers, I guess. which is weird because the crawlers are humans. They all turned into it, and she makes like little baby ones. So whatever. It's biological, right? It fits. But yeah. So she births a bunch of crawlers. And then she goes into the ground and comes out, so on and so forth. And then the other one's like this big, weird shark thing with a chainsaw face. And you get 3 of them that spawn. When in solo you get 1, and you got two people you get 2. If you have more than that, you have 3 people, 3 of them spawn. And it's not bad. It's not bad. The cream crawler is kind of just whatever for strategy. You just kind of shoot the shit out of her, rotate, kind of like you would with Hans. The shark guys, you would have someone in your team try and kite 1 or 2 of them away. While you focus on killing the one, and it's just shooting and avoiding him, which you do have to run because he's pretty damaging if he hits you. He also shoots rocket launchers at you, which you do not want to get hit by. But pretty good bosses for the start. But here's where it fails again. I mean, these bosses have no personality to them, right? Patriarch, he's sitting there fucking insulting the shit out of you. Hans is insulting the shit out of Matriarch. She's just saying some of the funniest lines that, you know, and they have personality. Everyone does. I mean, oh my god, I'm thinking of the Santa map. Just all the lines are just, they make killing floor great. You're sitting there going against a boss who's insulting you while you're doing it. Makes you want to kill him even more. Yeah, and just with this, it's just some faceless enemy. It's whatever, but again, that's what's not killing floor to me. And I'm hoping that they work on that and they add those things. Maybe they're not in yet and they have them and it's coming, but they seem more like creatures. They don't seem like creatures that will talk to us, unfortunately. Yeah, so that's about really all I've got to say on my commentary on it. You know, I'm kind of, is it a bad game? No. Is it a good game? It's alright. It's alright. It's playable. I'll play it. I'll level up all the characters to max. I'll waste a little bit of my life doing that. So yeah. I mean, get it if you want, but I just think it's going to be a flop, unfortunately, due to the majority of fans not being satisfied with it. Here we go. We're about to beat the boss on normal with knife only. Hope you enjoyed and enjoyed listening to my random ranting and talking. So I'll catch you next time. Comment down below if you've got anything you want to discuss about this, and we'll go from there.